I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's alright. What kind of feeling?
Hello, everybody. No, don't shut it off. What do you do?
I don't know.
What do you do that for?
What do you do this? I don't know.
We gotta get our levels up. Okay.
Okay.
I think we're all
so,
set.
Today is our second podcast officially. Yes, today is the day.
Moving on.
Continuing the tradition. Okay. So,
why do you have to make a big deal about it? We didn't even say hi yet. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. My
everybody
name is
on
Colby
the
Dick,
radio.
and this is
I'm Tyler Cutting, and this is the Colby and Tyler Show.
Yes. Is that what we're calling it now?
Well, yeah. I called it the Colby and Tyler Show because that's alphabetical. I was going to put my name first, and I'm like, okay.
But he's just being a nice guy.
I don't want
Putting up my self-esteem. That's the way it works.
That's exactly what it is.
Yes. Okay. So, what happened in the news recently, Tyler? You know anything?
Well, we've got a couple websites up. I'm just turning the music off. Okay. There will be music in post, so anybody watching on YouTube, you got some music. But
you guys can
for
listen?
now, everybody on the radio, sorry.
It's our time. We're talking.
We learned our lesson from our last podcast.
Yes. If you want to see that, link in the description to our last podcast.
I'm gonna have that for every video. We're gonna have the playlist and whatever.
Yeah, the audio's really buggy in the last one.
Very much so. Okay, so how was your day, Colby?
My day today was it was okay. It was kind of boring because it's a Monday and I just hate Mondays.
Yeah, everybody hates Mondays. I would think so. Anything interesting?
Honestly,
whatsoever?
the most interesting thing I did today was do my homework during lunch. that was it.
I was not there, and I'll tell you why I wasn't at lunch. Because today is my mother's birthday, so by the time she's watching this, it'll be a couple days after. But
happy birthday,
late
Cutting.
Birthday, but it's actually on time because I'm gonna tell her that when I get home. Anyways,
well, hey, if she's listening to it live, which she may or may not
she's probably not. She's not. She's probably doing something at home. And anyways, today's my mother's birthday, so I was preparing a gift. Yesterday we took portraits of all the family members, including her, which I didn't tell her what it was for. I said it was for a photo project. Haha, joke's on you.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. She's not listening to this, so I can talk about it.
So what was it for?
All day, well, it's for her birthday. So all day today, pretty much, that I didn't have classes, I was preparing that. And
okay. That's sweet.
That's why I was also late today, to the everything.
Okay. So, yeah, as far as excuses go, that's not terrible.
It's not bad.
I accept it. It's sweet. It's for your mother. I get it. In any other news, Leonard Nemoy died. Friday, I think it was.
Was it Friday? I thought it was Saturday.
I found out Friday.
So it might have been Friday.
So, yeah.
So, yeah. I don't necessarily like Star Trek, but I recognize him as a good actor. He was a good actor, so.
He's good.
Shout out to Leonard Nimoy.
He hated being called Spock, even though he
Did he really?
Yeah, he actually wrote a book that says, I am not Spock, and it was about himself. And also, he wrote the best Lord of the Rings-related pop song in history.
What?
He wrote the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins, and it's just hilarious. Check that out.
Wow.
At your leisure.
That's pretty funny.
And that song got him like all the ladies back in the 60s. It made him super popular, even before Star Trek.
Wow.
Yeah. So, it's a sad time about him. He will be missed. Like Tyler did.
Well, I did that, but whatever.
Nobody could see it because it was off frame.
Yeah, up there, something. Other news, we've got, more ISIS stuff. Did you see, this was a little while ago. This was like last week, probably Wednesday when I uploaded the last one. But they found out the Jihadi John's real name.
Really?
Yeah, it was for the life of me, I can't remember his name, and I would look it up, but we've got a short podcast today.
Yes, it's gonna be like 20 minutes. So.
Yeah, but yeah, they found out his name, and apparently he had moved from England. He's English, but also spent time in America. He grew up and was taught in America, and then also in Great Britain. So that's why he has a British accent, because he is British. He's a British citizen.
That makes sense.
That then
the accent.
He actually, in 2010, they said he moved down to like somewhere in like northeast Africa, and then he was deported because he's suspected as a terrorist in well, he's already on like it's not MI6. What's their equivalent of, like...
The CIA?
The CIA.
Like NSA?
I think it's... No, because the NSA is here.
No, but there's a British... It starts with an N.
I don't know.
Well,
either way, he went down to there, was deported, and then he went to Syria, and now they couldn't find him in Syria, obviously, because no British or American...
We're not allowed.
We're not allowed there.
They do not accept
us. They do not accept
us
to search for a terrorist.
Yeah.
Because they're all well, no, not all.
You better watch yourself.
The main
any terrorist
government. Shut up. Shut up. No, but anyway, so yeah, they found out his real name. So we don't know if that's gonna affect future anything. Why do you have a juggling ball still? Why?
I'm in training, Tyler.
For what?
I am in training for the Hunger for Hope talent show.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yes, I am. I'm the
Wonderful.
And yeah, it's going to be pretty spectacular.
So you said you haven't seen any new movies lately or anything, have you?
Not since our last podcast.
Recently?
But I did hear some things about the Focus movie. I read the preliminary reviews about that, and apparently it's good. And I heard the first half is really good, and the second half is like a sequel to the first half. There's like two different movies like combined. So there's like Focus and Focus 2.
Oh.
And they just like smushed it. I don't know. It was kind of weird. And then what they say was that the first half was really good and it was really interesting. The second half, it just seemed to like try to one up the first half, so it didn't really was that good. So I want to see it just for how great the first half is. And if I'm entertained in the second half, all better for it. So yeah.
Other movies, we already talked about like stuff like Big Hero 6.
Yep,
did we say Annie? Annie came out.
Annie, I have not seen. I don't know.
It's
how
only
good that
we're
is.
looking at IMDb right now.
Yeah.
And it's only a 5 out of 10, so it may not be that great.
Yeah, maybe.
I heard it wasn't going to be great, and honestly, I'm really not trying to be racist, but this is just the public's opinion. Because Annie is now African American,
yes, she
people
is.
say it ruins the original story because Annie was white. It was a white family. It makes it different.
It automatically makes it controversial because Annie was traditionally white, and so was Mr. Warbucks in the original, and they were all white. And well, because that was a time when there weren't a whole lot of black people that lived in high society. Because it was like the olden times.
It was like what, the 50s? Did the original movie come out? I think
maybe even sooner. Well, no, the movie came out in the 80s, but it was at like the early.
Was
1900s.
it set in like the early 1900s?
Yeah, it was set there.
Oh, okay.
It was made in the 80s, and the original's fantastic. It's just that when you change stuff like that, it just makes needless controversy.
Yeah. Into the Woods, I heard that was interesting.
It's a musical.
Yeah. No one was expecting it to be a musical.
Yeah.
It didn't say it was a musical. There was no singing. Surprise. Everybody got to the movie theater and then practically every single line is sung.
Yes, I did hear that.
So it's basically Les Mis, only fairy tales.
I also heard that like the ending is kind of strange and it kind of derails it. But I heard that the singing was good, that everybody in it had a good voice. So, I mean, that's better automatically than Les Mis or, dare I say, Mamma Mia. Like, nobody could sing in Mamma Mia except for like a couple people, and then Russell Crowe just totally destroyed Javert in Les Mis. And it was just like, why were you cast if you can't sing in a musical?
Seriously.
But yeah, Into the Woods, I heard everybody sung well, so that's a plus. So, anything else you have to say about that?
Are there any... I'm trying to find any other movies.
Also, Big Hero 6 just recently got released on Blu-ray.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it did.
Has it been that long already?
Yeah, apparently.
When did it... Does it say when it was... No, it doesn't say original release.
But, and so is Mockingjay. Mockingjay's coming out soon. I don't know if it's out yet.
I really wanted to see that in
See it.
theaters.
If you like the book, you're going to love the movie because
Is it really that good?
It follows it, like, to a T. And, I mean, it's only part 1.
Yeah, that's why it's long, because the third book was pretty long.
Third book's pretty long.
And third book is just, like, compared to the other two, it's really dark and gory.
Yeah.
And, my goodness.
Like, people die, and it's just...
Left and right.
Yeah. Like, nobody's
Spoilers.
safe.
Don't...
Well, we didn't say who died. We didn't say who died. We're not going to say that.
I literally just said everybody dies.
Well, everybody dies, but you don't know which one. Okay, not everybody dies. Well, a lot of people die. Some people live, but not the people you want to live. There. Ponder that if you will.
I feel like that's a really big spoiler.
No, because I didn't give names. Yeah, no, I didn't do that.
Yeah, don't try to sneak that in. We don't want to actually spoil it for anybody.
So Mockingjay's coming out soon. It follows the book. Literally, every scene in that movie is what I pictured when I read the book. And it's just as I imagined it on the screen, and it's just awesome.
There are a lot of things. I really don't want to say specific scenes because I've only read the book. Yeah. I don't want to say scenes because it might spoil the movie, but there are a couple of them I don't get how they would do. It'd just be a lot of CG.
Well,
probably.
Okay. We're just going to put a spoiler tag in here in the video. If you're listening live, just like turn it off for a couple minutes. Okay.
For like a couple minutes.
I'm just going to give some examples here as to some scenes that are just awesome. You remember in the book when they go into District 13.
Yeah.
And it's like a labyrinth of different corridors, and it's like all underground. And then they get the bomb threat.
Yeah.
And then they all go into like the bottom bunker. Like that scene. You really feel how deep they're going into the earth.
Really?
Like you really believe it. And it's just so fantastic because you see like
the way I pictured
it, stairway of just them going down.
I'm not certain because that whole part of the book was blurry to me. I don't remember it as well, but wasn't it like it was a giant ring and there was a big hole in the center of the room?
There was a main elevator. I think that's what you're talking about.
No. I mean like when they got into the big bunker.
Oh, the bunker.
Is it like a big ring?
Not so much a ring. It's like a cube.
Oh, so it's does it have
like
a hole in the center of the room, like in the floor?
No, because they're at the bottommost part of the complex.
Oh, okay.
So there's nothing below them. No.
Well, I don't know. So I guess I pictured that all wrong when I was reading it.
Maybe, but I mean, there's that, and then the Hanging Tree song, if you remember that.
Oh yeah, I heard that was like really militaristic.
They made it, and they made it like an army march for the revolution. It was so awesome. And like you come out of like that whole scene with the Hanging Tree is the best scene in the movie, in my opinion.
I feel like that'd be like you know it's awkward. You're sitting there reading, and then somebody starts singing like, "What's the tune?"
Yeah, right. Because you have the words, and the words are the same.
Yeah.
But like you don't know what tune it is, so like you can just give your best guess. But just put the tune.
I always in my head, I always try to fit it to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Just no matter what.
You coming to the tree? But
that makes it way too happy.
I know. If you're picturing that, you're gonna be vastly disappointed.
Because
it's nothing.
I've heard it because wasn't it it was in one of the trailers or one of the.
No, actually, I think I just showed you.
You did show me, but it.
I don't think it was in the trailers though,
But it was a trailer. It was a teaser, I think.
Maybe, I don't know. But Hanging Tree song, the District 13, it all looked great and it was just so good. Yeah. So no more spoilers. So if you just tuned out, tune back in.
They can't hear.
I mean, yeah. I just realized
They've tuned out.
Okay. So yeah, if you're next to somebody that tuned out, tell them to tune back in.
Because two people are going to be listening to the same thing with like earphones in. It's exactly what's going to happen.
Nobody knows. It's just. Whatever.
Am I the only one really tired today, or?
It's Monday.
It's a Monday, yes, but even more tired. I think it's because I've been rushing around all day trying to get everything done with this project. Basically, the way I've set it up is I've got like an 8x10 of my mother in the middle. And then the way I've organized it is there's 6 other people in the family, including myself.
Yeah.
So it's 3 on either side. And the way I'm angling it is I had everyone pose as if they were looking at my mom.
Oh, that's cool.
So, like, I've got me on top, my sister on top, my dad here, my baby brother there.
Is this in Photoshop you made this?
Well, I mean, there's 7 different pictures that I'm mounting.
You like compiled them in Photoshop? Because I'm learning how to use Photoshop right now.
No, I didn't compile them in Photoshop. I used Photoshop to edit it and then crop it and then cut out
the background.
Their background, yeah, and I added a white. But they're all 7 different pictures that I'm mounting onto one big board.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta finish that next period. Luckily, Miss Reinert leaves early today, so luckily Miss Jacobs is here.
Okay. Cool.
Do you have anything else interesting? Because we're almost out of time here.
We're almost out of time, so let me just think through my day. I'm currently doing a research project.
Oh no, yeah.
You doing that?
Is it the President's
the
Project?
President's
Oh
one.
my goodness,
Now,
I don't want to do that at all.
Depending on the teacher, I think they gave different options to the kids. Which, did you get to pick any?
Nope.
Like all the presidents, or just a specific time?
Oh, well, he handed out 2 baskets. One had, like, from the mid-1800s back, and then one was the 1800s to the 1900s.
Okay.
And we picked 2.
Because we were only allowed to, we had a list, and we got to pick our top 3 choices, but it was only from the 20th century to the 21st century.
Huh.
So, not including Obama, because Obama's still in office.
Yeah, because he's still in office. I wanted to compare Obama to Washington. I wanted to do first to current.
And like how much things have changed.
Yeah. I want to do that, and then he's like, "We've got 2 baskets here," and I'm like, "Oh, great." I got Lincoln and I got Lyndon B. Johnson.
Oh, LBJ.
So they both were in office during wars.
Yes.
So I can compare their war strategy and...
Who's the first one?
Lincoln.
Lincoln, okay.
Yeah. Lyndon B. Johnson was Vietnam.
There are some parallels. Although LBJ didn't get assassinated. Although his predecessor did, and that was JFK, and that's what I'm doing. I'm doing John F. Kennedy.
No, JFK was before him.
Yeah.
Predecessor, yeah, not... Yeah.
Yeah, not successor. His successor, I think, was Nixon?
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. We only...
Everybody wanted to assassinate him.
Everybody did. Yeah, he just like, okay, I'm out before you guys kill me. Yeah. So I only had to do one president from that one.
You got... What? Seriously?
Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah.
Well, I think that about wraps it up. Unfortunately, we had a shorter podcast today because I was late. I'm sorry.
Yes, it's all your fault, Tyler. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Hey, I was doing a project for my mother's birthday. You cannot disgrace that. And don't even try, because I know you're thinking of a way to disgrace it.
I can't.
Well, that about wraps it up. So if you're watching it here on YouTube, see you next Wednesday, because this will be uploaded on every Wednesday. From now until whenever, ever. We will come back during college, no matter where we are, and do a podcast every Monday. And upload it Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. See ya.
See ya.
Realize what you do to me when you hold me in your arms so tight. You let me know everything's alright.